Hello. How's everyone doing today? Oh no, my hat. I forgot my hat. There we go. I got my hat. How's everyone doing today? Let me annoy everyone on the Discord. There we go. How's everyone doing today? Saturday night. I feel all right. And no, Google, I will not insert an ad right now. Seriously, this has been annoying the hell out of me for like the past couple weeks. Every time I go live, this pops up. Oh, hey, now would be a good time for some ads. No, YouTube, it would not be a good time for some ads. I don't want ads, okay? I'm a competent adult human being. If I wanted to spam ads, I could do that. Overlay, why are you bugging out? Restart the overlay. Refresh cache. So I'm going to close this, and then in a half hour it's going to pop up again, and it will do it throughout the entire stream. It's annoying as hell. Stop it, YouTube. I can't say the LTT joke anymore because they officially sponsor people now. If you haven't seen Joel's latest video, go watch that. It's on Death Racers. But since they now sponsor, I can't give them free advertising. So I can't make LTT store jokes while drinking from my delicious LTT store water bottle. I can't do that anymore. How's everyone doing tonight? Ad company wants to push ads. Oh, no wonder why. Well, it pays for the servers. Like if they didn't make money, the company wouldn't exist. It is what it is. It's just annoying. I'm just about to eat. Can we move back 30 minutes? Sure, Dr. Ronnie. We'll just, kill air for 30 minutes and we'll start the actual stream. There we go. So yeah, tonight, fun stream. We got ourselves the Not a Prusa Mini. We're going to be doing some upgrades to it. I've got a Revo. We're going to be putting a Revo in it. And we're going to be putting this. This is the E3D Chameleon. It is a multi-material unit by Bill Steele. I've got his business card here. And it's going to allow this little printer to print 4 colors. It's basically kind of like a switching setup. So it's like the Enraged Rabbit Carrot Feeder or the Prusa MMU or even the Bamboo AMS, where it's essentially, instead of you pulling out the filament, putting in some new filament, it does it automatically. It's a really cool setup though. We'll dive into it because we got to take it apart before we get too far into it. But it uses some voodoo stuff with gearing. So you have 2 motors and it depending on where the motor positions are, it selects the different filaments. It's actually kind of pretty cool to watch it in action. So we're going to be doing that. So we'll start with the Revo and then we'll go to that. If we get it printed tonight, we'll get it printed tonight. If not, we'll finish it either in Tuesday or next Saturday. Probably next Saturday if we don't finish it tonight. Did I find a good extruder for it? The E3D Chameleon will be the extruder. So for those that don't know, we haven't been able to actually get a single functional print off of this machine yet because the stock extruder just wasn't that good. We were originally going to put a Voron M4 extruder on it along with the Revo. However, after talking with Bill at Murph there, I talked to him at Rapid as well, but after talking to him at Murph and seeing this thing in action, I was like, you know what? I want to try this out. And yes, so I gave him money and then he shipped me this. So I bought it. So it's not a sponsored stream or anything. I purchased this with my own YouTube monies. So yeah, does it continue spool? I don't think so. No, it doesn't do continuous spools. We won't have to modify the firmware on this machine at all. It's actually a very cool, clever way that this thing operates, where it's all G-code based. So yeah, so there's links in the description for the Revo. If you don't know what a Revo is, what are you doing here? Welcome to the future. And if you don't know what the E3D Chameleon is, there's a link in the description. But before we dive into that, just backtracking to yesterday, this is how the Fox came out that we printed on the Saval SV04. So this was the little Fox we printed yesterday. And it finished this morning. So good thing we sped it up because otherwise it probably would have finished just before the stream started today. Would it make any sense to put a Revo on Ender 3? Yeah, sure. If you want to print, you know, anything that needs an all metal hot end, you might as well just, you know, hey, we'll just jump right to the Revo. Yeah, the Fox came out pretty good. There's a few tweaks. I could still adjust the XY offset a little bit better. But yeah. 1 stepper per color. No, there's only 2 steppers, but there's 4 colors. It does magic. What gray? The Fox isn't gray, it's green. It's green and purple. It's Jessie deep purple and whatever neon green silky filament that I've got like a case of. Oh yeah, there is a Creality Revo now. So it's a Revo CR, it's called. And it's basically a Revo meant specifically for Creality style printers. It has the same thermistor, so you literally, it's just straight plug and play swap and do a PID tune and Bob's your uncle, off you go. E3D Revo. So if you don't know what the Revo is, there is 2 mounts for the Mini. This is the original mount. So the issue we had with this guy is this part fan is kind of poopy. It's a 4010 generic off-the-shelf AliExpress blower. Let's get some music going. So there's 2 variants to mount the Revo in a Prusa Mini. We're using the version that uses the fan that comes with the Revo, simply for the fact that I don't like this fan. So we're just not going to use it. There's a version of it that mounts with the fan. We're not going to use it because I don't want that fan. That fan go bye-bye. So I've already printed the parts. It's literally 1 part. Thomas's view. I don't know. I haven't had a single issue with any of my Revos. And I've got 1, 2, 3, this will be 4, 5. This is Revo number 5 I'm installing. And I haven't had a single issue on any of my Revos and they all just work. So I've watched a little bit of Tom's video, but I didn't dive into it all the way. But yeah. Yeah, everyone's allowed to have their own opinion. I don't know. Like, I've been using a Revo now for over a year. So I don't know. I like them. If you like dragons, use dragons. If you like mosquitoes, use mosquitoes. I'm not your dad. Use what you want. And if you find something that works for you, use it. Okay, so we're gonna follow the manual for this, because why not? Death of Rep Rap. Rep Rap is dead. Rep Rap is dead. Long live Rep Rap. I think you will see companies will move away from it, because if you make something open source, somebody's just going to make it cheaper than you, especially with the Asian market. So it's just something you're going to have to deal with. So either you make it open source and just, you know, hope people continue to buy your stuff when you can easily be undercut, or honestly open source like all the DIY printers, Voron, Hevort, even Annex. Like, there's a ton of awesome open source designs, but they're not companies. Because if they were a company, they would just have to deal with, you know, AliExpress undercutting everything they do forever and be super annoying to deal with. I don't know. I like my Revo. Default nozzle size. Actually, I'm gonna have to steal a point for one of these machines, because I'm actually down a nozzle because I gotta fix a jammed one. Heater core died on Monday, but E3's credits their support was excellent. So I really can't say much, but I know the failure rate of Revos from the initial batch, and I would not be concerned if you knew the number. Like, the number is not exactly something I would worry about. Okay. Back. So essentially we're undoing what we did with this guy. Revo is better than a V6, or is it just more practical? It's better than a V6 in every metric. You don't have to worry about nozzle oozing, like nozzle leakage. You don't have to worry about tightening your nozzles anymore or heat tightening them. You don't have to worry about those stupid little thermistors and heater cartridges coming loose or whatever. It's just a better overall design, in my opinion. It's an evolution of it. When you don't... I like Revo because it's finally stepping away with everything we've been stuck with. If you stick with what, you know, a V6 is how old now? And everything a lot of people are doing is just still designed around that form factor. Same nozzle, same... So you're playing in the same sandbox. Eventually you got to get a different sandbox. It is what it is. Prusa Mini firmware runs a hot... Why would you ever run your hot end fan at not 100%? Yeah, why would you ever run your hot end not at 100%? Your hot end fan not at 100%? I don't know. I don't make the rules. Okay. Fair Frozen, $5. Cheers. Have you seen Red Lizard? They claim they replaced Dragon hot ends. I tried Dragon Prime and couldn't got at H2 500C. What's a Red Lizard? Red Lizard hot end. Hot end. Seriously? It's a Mark 8 block. It's the same heater block out of a Creality machine. This is pretty much a Creality with a bimetallic. If you buy a bimetallic heat break and slap that inside a Creality hot end, that's pretty much the same thing right there. Just looking at it quickly. Go. Oh, another zip tie. Memberships, what I miss? Matt Shammy gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers. Yeah, they're all the failures are from the initial run, from my understanding, and it's a very low percentage of them that actually failed. So I wouldn't be concerned personally if I were you, but that's just me. That's just kind of annoying. Of course I had to make this. Okay, you know what? Want to be like this? We're gonna do it my way. Does the Chameleon work with direct drive? Yes, it does. You can run it direct drive, or you could do it how we're gonna do it, where we run it with it's direct feed. So there's 2 different ways you could do it. So it's compatible. It's compatible with pretty much every 3D printer there is, because it's all G-code. It's all a post-processing script that handles all your filament changes. Which is better for you, Patreon subs or YouTube members? Technically, I get a better cut from Patreon, but YouTube management of members is a lot easier on my regard. So I prefer YouTube, but technically, I get a better payout from Patreon, but it's not that big of a difference if I remember correctly. YouTube takes 30%. I can't remember what Patreon takes right now. Okay. So this is the one thing I will continue to harp on Prusa about. Their electronic boxes need work. They are all a mess. They are a mess. Okay, so unplug hot end. Okay. Unplug thermistor. Okay. Unplug That's a locking one. Okay, well. This adventure is full melting plastic. Thank you for becoming a member, Doc. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of all the tribalism that kind of is in 3D printing now. You know, yes, I've said things in the past, but I've kind of wizened. Use what you like. Use what you like. And anyone the first run of Revos would have gone out? The first run. I don't have dates. I'm not privy to that knowledge. Okay, so we've unhooked all that. Got our fan there, so that stays, this stays, okay. So we've got our little part. I've already broken off the support. And I need to run some screws or some stuff, okay. Oh, there we go. So, run some screws through. So what I'm going to do is, if I can find it, instead of using a screw like a Neanderthal, I'm going to use a tap, if I can find my tap. But I don't know where my M3 tap is. M3 tap, what are you? Okay, so like a Neanderthal, I'm going to run a screw through all these. I gotta get more M3 taps. I keep losing them. That is a mount that has heat creep. It shouldn't have heat creep. Why would this mount have heat creep? It's a Revo using the stock Revo fan. It shouldn't have heat creep issues at all. Oh, V2 fix the heat creep and let's use the stock fan. Well, the problem is the stock fan that comes with this kit is garbage, so we're using V1. I like the look of V1 too. It should honestly work just fine. Like, it's using the Revo heatsink fan. What is the mount called? It's on printables. Just go pull up E3D's page on printables. What model? So this model uses the Mini, the E3D Revo Mini. However, I have a Revo 6 here. So I'm going to be swapping the heatsink. Because I have a spare heatsink. So I will just swap it. Freak, member for 4 months. Hello, everyone. Hello. Why is the Revo worth 25 bucks a tip? You mean a nozzle? Because it has a heat break part of it. So not only are you paying for the nozzle, you're paying for the heat break and part of the heat sink. Did I get that 3DX Tex Ultim? Not yet. What is my opinion on the Troodon? I was given one a while back who gave up on it and decided it's not worth messing with. Currently it's collecting dust. So if you don't know what a Troodon is, imagine if a Chinese company decided, hey, this is a Voron and we're going to copy it, but not copy it. And it's a weird mishmash of a Voron V1 or V2.1 and V2.0. With no help from the original creators. So it's complete. It's like, imagine if you saw a picture of a Voron, but then you built the same printer without actually using any of the original designs or anything. You just looked at it and copied the way it works, but do your own thing. And then that thing that you copied has been revised 3 times since. So now it's an outdated design. So, oh, did we get a bot? What was that? Or somebody just fell asleep at the keyboard. So yeah, so I really don't have any thoughts on, because I've never built one or played with one, but they are, if somebody saw a picture of a Voron and were to build one just off some pictures using custom stuff, sure. Bargain brand. It's not even bargain brand because it costs more than a Voron. Don't be talking in Morse. His message was on point. Funny joke. Funny joke. Okay. So, this part. Take it up a bit. Now it's in there. Desktop. Okay. And then we put those screws in. Luckily, all these screws are the same size, so that's kind of nice. I've had a Troodon since beginning of December, especially with the orbiter upgrades. They said, like, it's probably like, I'm sure if you, you know, if you did any mods that it might need, I'm sure you could make the machine a perfectly fine machine. But a Voron, it is not. Oh. Okay, well that broke. Guess I gotta print a new mount for that. That ain't good. Well, it's ABS, so let's do a quick little acetone weld here. Ronald Wilson, member for 2 months. Can you print parts for DNA and use the pieces of the knockoff? Or are they different? No, the Troodon's completely its own thing. You can't use any Voron parts on a Troodon. It is completely its own thing. Okay, let's do a little acetone welding. It's not good. Super strong part. Well, it's a really thin part. Yeah, well. No, I don't want game mode. What did you? Oh. What are you doing? Okay, excellent. Drink up. Okay, now we let that dry. So in the meantime, while that's drying up, and why BL touches look down on in this community. BL touches have issues with heat and repeatability. If you're throwing it on like an open air ender, it's probably fine. The moment you enclose it, or have it in a tool head where there's potential for electronic interference, it's not the greatest. Yeah, I know that acetone just went everywhere. That can sitting up. No, the can's over here. So, in the meantime, what can we do? Because we gotta wait for that to dry. I finally picked up my toolbox from work. Buddy let me borrow his trailer. So that means instead of this, so this is what we've been using, okay? The good old, the Nico, the rusty Nico, with a battery that just dies in a week. And yeah, so this has been our precision measuring tool on this channel for the past, whatever. It's garbage. Upgrades, people. Upgrades. Mitutoyo 8-inch digital vernier. Actually needs a new battery, shit. But I can push a button and it goes to metric. So Mitsitoyo. And then I don't know what size this inch one is. Or I don't know what brand this inch one is, but it's a 12 inch. But Nero, you say, Taylor, what if I need to measure stuff down to, you know, 1/2 of a 1/10 of a thou? Well, if it's under an inch, got this guy. Another Mitsitoyo 0 to 1. And it's accurate to 0.00005 millimeters or 0.001 millimeters. So it's good to 0.001 millimeters. This thing is probably older than several of the people in the chat. So, got some of my work stuff in finally. Does he have a micrometer? I only got a 0 to 1 and a 1 to 2. I don't have anything bigger than that. Ugh. Steal a battery out of this guy. And this in the bin. Providing how much pressure you apply, can you do it consistently? Huh? Oh yeah, you can do it consistently, yeah. That's why I use the ratchet. Are the Omron more inductive probes more? Okay, so inductive probes will always have temperature drift. Prusa fought that by having a temperature thermistor in the probe and doing offsets. Voron just said, screw that, we'll just have a separate switch for your Z offset so that your probe can wander and it doesn't matter. There's different ways to get around it. Travel mic. No, it's rusted. Like it literally jumps like inches when you try to move it. It's garbage. I don't trust that vernier at all. What kind of Allens are you using? I'm using a set of Tecton here. At work, when I built multi-$10,000, multi-$100,000 injection molds, I used a set of Allen keys I bought at Walmart. And then also, I picked this up today. So I don't know when we're going to be doing this. If it'll be this week or next. Because I've got 2 weeks and then I'm on vacation for a week. But I bought this. We're going to build this on stream. So it's a laser cut marble run thing. I put it at Mind Games, Mind Geeks. I can't remember what the store is called. We're going to build this on stream one day. Because why not? I seen it at a store. It was shiny. I want to build it. It's not a puzzle. It's like it comes with instructions. It's not a puzzle. Those are not verniers. Yeah, well, that's a regional thing. I call them verniers because everyone I know when I got into the trade called them a vernier. So I know they're calipers or vernier calipers or whatever. And if you want to get down to it, yes, it is not a vernier. But everyone I know in my entire town that when I worked in the trade called them a vernier. So I call it a vernier. It's a regional dialect. Upstate Utica. Actually, it's more of an Albany expression. When am I going to attempt it? I don't have the stuff to attempt it. I don't have the Ultim. I can't test the Ultim without the Ultim. I'm a steamed hams kind of guy. What do I call the curved chopsticks used to measure circular diameter? I don't know. I've never used those. Circular diameter, I just use a whatever the computer said was the diameter, and I just leave it at that. Or my vernier. Okay. Those are calipers, as far as I'm aware. Okay, so as you can see here, that is a Revo Micro. And as you can see here, this is an unfocused, there we go, focused Revo 6. So we got to fix that. So unfortunately, I don't have any new production stuff on hand. But I got the box of my Beta Revo. And my Beta Revo is a Revo Micro. So, need to swap that in. Lots of family in ironworking and tooling, vernier. Yeah, vernier is like the you know, the guy in the trade calls it a vernier type thing. Man, these really don't want to come off. Oh, this uses a different one. I gotta find my micro one. Shoot. Where's my micro heatsink? Or we might be stopped before we start. Oh, okay, I found another set of Revo nozzles. That's good. Are you in here? Are you in here? Are you in here? Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope. I did not realize the Revo 6 and that one used different hardware. Here? Nope. Nope. I know I have it somewhere. Are you in here? Aha! Found you. Gotcha. Found it! Ooh, I found a mosquito. Okay. Yeah. So this is a... I believe it's 5 volt. Should be 5 volt. So this is the micro little thing. That is such a small package. Like, there's your heatsink and fan. It's so small. So what is this, a 0.25 nozzle? I'm gonna have to get a 0.4. Are you out of commission? Yeah, you are out of commission right now. The Starrett factor. I have a few Starrett tools, I believe. I'm gonna take this out. Oop, don't lose the plastic part. Goes in there. That goes in there. What, you want to say hello?
Hello.
Hey, Calvin. You want to say hi? Is that a square? It's a rectangle. Where is all this fur coming from? Didn't we just brush you? I know he's
Mommy.
Yeah, it's a square. Hey, you want to say hi to everyone?
Go say hi.
Come say hi.
When?
You got to go to bed. Hey, say hi to everyone.
I want one.
Hey, what's this? Hey, what's that?
Guy, I want.
Is it a camera?
Then the lick.
Cheese click. Are you gonna run the show tonight?
Yes.
Are you gonna do all the work?
Yes.
Okay. Ah. Hey, say goodnight.
Good night.
You gotta go to bed. I know. Okay.
Everyone,
Yeah.
Need it.
We have some.
Cute. Duff, $13.99. Doggo and Kiddo. Sealing the foam. He loves playing with the foam. Hope you just popped in and say hello. It's 2 a.m. in your porch. I headed to bed, but just saying hello. Hello, Bush. You made pushing plastic. Somebody mentioned drinking the beer I made during Steve's. You made beer? I like beer. Okay, so we got that. This goes in here. And then... oh, actually, no. They gotta go this way. That goes there, and that goes there. So we're gonna have to... okay. So that goes like that. That goes like that. And then tighten the nut. I can get this started. Start. No, don't cross right. I'm trying not to cross right. There we go. There we go. Ah! Don't lose the little plastic thingy. K Hupt gifted 5 community memberships. Thank you. Speaking of beer, how was the Kentucky Ale Bourbon Barrel? Honestly, that shit, man, that was delicious. That was delicious. That was delicious. Okay, Andrew Humphrey, 10. Cheers, kiddo and doggo fun. Okay. So wiring, you need to swap over the wiring thermistor and fans. Start by plugging them in. Okay, so let's take a look here. So the old wires there. So the fan just goes to 2 on the right. So where are my extensions? I could have sworn I had extensions with this, and I don't know where I put them. Because this fan has extensions. There we go. Yeah. Get a bottle of Wyoming whiskey and we'll be spoiled for life. $5, Matt Shammy. I do like my whiskeys. Yeah, I do like my whiskeys. I do have some. Okay, I can't find a snip. There's a snip. So thermistor. That one. Next, unplug you need to press the small. Okay, so thermistor. Oop, actually, shoot. I took the cable off. Oops. Okay, so new thermistor. Goes in there. And just a DuPont, and it just kind of goes in. Okay. Heater wire. I clean the room. I can't find anything. I'm still working on cleaning the room. I know I need to do, like, people have been wanting me to do like a room tour video, which I will do. But the room needs to be a lot cleaner than it is right now, because right now it's not too clean. Because what ends up happening is I get it clean, and then I start working on something, and then it becomes a mess again. And we're in a hiatus between builds right now, so it's gonna get busy again soon. Oh, what help if I put it in the right hole? Oops. I worked in rail, they had a department. Yeah, metrology is like a thing, like the study of measurement. I took classes on metrology, like measuring stuff. It is a thing. Actually, I don't like that. I don't like that. What are the red parts on the switch wire? It's a dragon. It's a dune strider. It was actually, this was printed on the prusa. It's a dune strider. There we go. Okay, I need the fan for this. So where is that one? In here? Where did I put that box that had all the stuff? So luckily this is 5 volts. So that fan is 5 volts. So I shouldn't need the step down board. Because it's actually cool because it comes with a little PCB that drops 25 or 24 volts down to 5 volts. So I don't need that, luckily. And then it looks like, okay, so black towards the outside. We're not using a tacked fan anymore. Okay. Busy building is good. Enjoy your streams. Thank you, Andrew. Okay, so we got that. Got that. Okay, gotta put the fan back on. Okay. Why do I have an extra screw? Oh, that's for the cable shroud. Okay. That makes sense. I'm like, why do I have an extra screw? And it's like, oh, it's for the cable thing. Okay. So, we haven't done cable management yet, but there is the Revo installed. So now we have our nice little Revo. Much lightweight, very future, much wow. Okay, so Revo is installed. Here's our old heatsink and fan and everything, and I don't need this anymore. To the bin. All my extra wires. Put them in this box so I don't lose them. Whole other Revo kit. Why do I have 2 sets of Revo nozzles? Why do I have so many Revo nozzles? Not complaining, just trying to figure out why. Okay. Here's hoping I win the filament. Evie, I'm hoping you win the filament too, but I'm also hoping everyone else wins the filament. I want everyone to win filament. Have you tried Polymaker's PA6 or PA12? I have not yet. I'm saving it. We're going to be printing parts for the Death Racer with it. So, a little late, but I'm missing the reason you're using the tiny version instead of, because the fan that came with this kit is crap. And I like the looks of this one because it's all tiny and compact and whatnot. So that's pretty much why. The fan that came with this kit is Garbo, and I like the look of this one. Plus, I've never actually run a Revo with the stock fan, and I wanted to try that out. You know, if you want everyone to win, you can make that happen. I don't think Polymaker would like it if all of a sudden we had 331 people win. And everyone in chat won a spool. No, can't do that. Okay. So that is the Revo portion of the stream. Okay. So I have to unplug you. Okay. So stepper motor is unplugged. Okay, all this stuff goes over here. You go over here. Over here. Over there. Okay. So let's move this up so I have more room to work. And now we're going to move on to the 3D Chameleon. Comma, 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 chameleon. Come and go. Come and go. And that's all the song I know. Where is my... Yep. We recommend doing the silicone bed mod on the Prusa Mini. It's got a bed probe. Bed probe can take care of the bed not being perfectly flat. Yeah, copyright strike. I love how you got to do the silicone bed mod on the Prusa Mark III. I haven't done it. It prints fine. I don't know. That printed fine on it. Okay. So final calibration. Okay, so turn it back on and do the test heaters. If calibration, first layer calibration, run through it. Okay, so that is that. So now 3D Chameleon. And I do have Bill on speed dial if I need to message him. Are you going to print with Polymaker support for ABS? I don't have that stuff. The instructions, there we go. So basic instructions, print appropriate mounts, check Thingiverse. Okay. So here we go. So 3D Chameleon, nope, not, yeah, Mark II Prusa Mini mounts. Okay, so these are the mounts for that. Replace the stock extruder with 4-color 3D Chameleon Mark II. It includes the base plate, mount plate, and end stop mount plates. Quick step install. So we have the printed parts right here. Next member stream. Oh yeah, we got to do that. Wait, shoot. Let me look at the calendar. Next week we'll do the members only stream. Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know what date. We'll figure it out. Forgot about that. So if you're a member of the channel or Patreon supporter, next week there'll be a stream on Tuesday or Wednesday, members only. Probably in the afternoon. Polymaker, if they want to send me one, I don't like going out to people and asking them to send me free stuff. I just don't like doing that. Okay, so remove the stock extruder, disassemble it, and remove the stock motor. Leave it connected to the printer wiring. Well, I've already disconnected from the printer wiring, but I'll do that. Okay, remove stock extruder. I can happily do that. Because this thing, I don't think we got a single functional print out of it. Deep Fried Hero, I have nothing more to say. Yeah, but you're different, DFH. How's the salad fork kit coming? Screw there. Screw there. So take it apart. I gotta get the motor out. Wait a minute. Why am I doing this like a Neanderthal? We have technology. Technology with the wrong size, though. Yep, unscrew. And don't forget, next Friday, we're doing the community giveaway. Or the community contest. So, next Friday's live stream, we're going to be having some fun. There's a channel on the Discord. So, if you haven't joined the Nero 3D Discord, join the Only Benchies Discord. It's the only Discord with a channel dedicated to Benchies. Join that. There's a contest channel. Post a printer of your printer setup. We're going to go through that on live stream on next Friday. And we are going to judge your setup live. So if you don't want people seeing your setup, don't post it. Because we're going to look at it on the stream. And there will be a winner for the best setup, a winner for the worst setup. And yeah, we're going to have some fun. Sanity. I have something important to say, but I forgot what. Salad fork kit. Oh, I can't wait to build a salad fork. Salad fork. Waiting on Simon Vez there, VZ Bot. Apparently something's going on with the Rat Rig and the VCore 3.1. I don't know. We'll see. And some other super secret stuff that will blow your minds. Maybe. Micron Doom. I know we got Toasty down there, all nice and toasty. And we're gonna play with Altum, but I kind of want to do a high temp printer now. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how toasty goes with Altum and how much I'm pulling my hair out. Okay, add the Mark 8 drive gear to the stock extruder motor. Moving the stock gear drive, mount the motor to the 3D Chameleon using the 4. Okay. So, got to take this little guy off. Well, I can't just build Vorons all day. I gotta build other stuff. The flames. Yeah, we're gonna have flame decals on it. Voron oven. Vorons aren't designed for high temp printing, so it wouldn't be a Voron. Okay. So, this is a 3D Chameleon for those that don't know what it is. It does some cool shit where you have two motors, okay? You have your extruder motor that pushes the plastic, but then you have a selector motor. And as you can see there, it is, there's a bearing on it and it's non-spherical, so it's kind of like lopsided. So as this stepper motor moves, it moves stuff around, which depending on the position, engages certain idlers against the drive gear, and it selects one of 4 filaments. So we need to swap this whole thing around because this PTFE needs to be on the other side if I'm not mistaken. So I gotta take this out. Any plans on NX stuff? If the K3 becomes a kit, maybe. We'll see. So take that out, and we got 2 drive gears. So I got to put both of these on this. Okay, ooh, Mark 8 gears. Oh, Bill's here. Everyone say hi to William Steele in chat. William Steele, Bill Steele. If you don't know who he is, I did a video. He's the guy who designed this thing. Cool guy. If you ever meet him, say hi. So what's the easiest way to do this, to pull these out? Do I got to take apart the whole thing, Bill, to get these PTFE tubes out? I'm assuming I have to. Let's swap these around. Yes, okay, so take the whole thing apart. Okay. So there's the stock motor. Another addition to my collection of stepper motors, because I've got a billion of them. I'm trying to remember this spacing. Is it right up there? Why don't you want to get tight? Is there a Loctite on here? What the heck? Oh, okay, there we go. That's nice. Okay, so those are on. Roughly the same spacing as that. Okay. So now I gotta take this whole thing apart and hopefully not break it. Spring alert, careful, the spring will pop out. Okay, there's springs. I gotta be careful with springs. This still uses an end stop. I'm doing this, so apparently there's a way of doing this now where you don't need the end stop. But I am doing this with the no modification to the firmware method. Okay, how do I get that out? Okay, line those up. Oh my god, there we go. Okay. Oh, look at all that. Oh, jeez. Bill, you madman. Okay, so that is that. That is that. Okay. Each layer one at a time. Okay, do I start from, should I remove from the top or remove from the bottom? Should I start on the motor side or the top side? How do I explain my wife I'm ordering? Make no difference, just make sure you put it back together in the same order. I could do that. Okay. We'll do it this side so that we have more room. Okay. So let's go ahead, zoom out here, zoom in. Okay. Ooh, that. How is the filament held in? There's a piece of plastic there. Is it screws? What's holding the filament in? How do I separate these? You need to take those apart. Okay, do they just pop apart? Like, are they just like a press fit thing? Pull apart carefully. Okay. Yeah, I see the springs. I'm so worried. I'm worried. Watch for the springs. I'm watching for the springs. Tell Joel his printing tolerances are right on. See one spring. Oh, no. So using a little prying tool actually makes this a lot easier. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we got, there's those. So there's 2 PTFE. So now I got to put them on the other side. Ah, it's so little. How did you come up with this, Bill? How did you come up with this? Nope, that wasn't lined up perfectly. So just so you know, the reason I'm taking this apart is because it's going on a Prusa Mini. This would be, if you're putting this on another machine, you may not need to do this whole assembly process. This is just because we're doing it on a Prusa Mini. There we go. Okay, there's one. Done. Okay. Whew. That's correct. The Prusa Mini is the only printer. Yeah, so if you were putting this on an Ender or Prusa Mark III or any other printer, you wouldn't have to do that. It's just because this is shipped assembled, and it's assembled in the way that makes the most sense for the most printers. It's just because we are putting this on a Prusa Mini, we have to flip it around. That's pretty much the only thing. But yeah, Joel printed these, by the way, on his print farm, and these parts are, oof. That is some tight tolerances that these stick to. What I am building, I am not really building, I'm reassembling it in an orientation that's suitable for our use case. This is the 3D Chameleon. There's a link in the description for the page for this, or the website for it. But it is a multi-material unit, and it will allow our Prusa Mini here, or not a Prusa Mini, to print 4 colors. Hopefully I don't slice myself doing this. So this will work on a Voron. Technically it should, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I don't see why not. It's all actually G-code that does all the making it work part. I don't know if anyone has put one of these on a Voron yet, but I don't see why you couldn't. Have a spring go flying on me. Okay. So now I need to. Actually, wait, shoot. Does it matter? Oh, shoot. Does that go that way or that go that way? Uh-oh. Does that go that way or that go that way? Shoot. Does that go that way or do I flip it? Does it go that way? They match each other? Okay, so this goes in first then. There we go. Okay. Yes, that's correct. Okay, so Bill, focus. That looks right there. And then this goes. That is correct, okay. I can't remember, do we have it this way? Or I guess it doesn't really matter at this point. Okay, yeah, that goes there. I can't remember which way the motors went, the wiring went on the motors. I guess it doesn't really matter. Let me take a look at this. Take a look at the pictures. Okay, so that's the wires. That means the connector's got to go the other way. Okay, go that way. So that's that, because it's going to mount like that. And this goes like that. Okay. Okay. Down away from the PTFE. Yep. Booyah. I will say these... I know that I've said it a few times. The printed parts on these are actually really nice. That looks like it's working. Okay. And then this guy goes in here. Does that line up? I'm going to have to fiddle with these because they're not quite lining up. Don't forget the spacer. Oh, spacer. Where's the spacer? There's a spacer? Oh, the spacer. Yeah, good point. Spacer. 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 I forgot the spacers. That's probably why that didn't line up. Good point. Yep, put the spacers back in. I'm like, why does that not line up? I did it the way it was supposed to. Okay, spacer. Are both spacers the same? I'm assuming both spacers are the same. Yeah. There we go. No, YouTube, now is not a good time to run an ad. There we go. Okay, that seems to be a little bit more. Let's review the tape. Let's move it back up. Posting instructions on printables to be more on it. Oh, these are on Thingiverse. It's where you find all your instructions now for all printed projects. It looks like it lines up. I can't see. Yeah, it lines up. There we go. I gotta drop them. They are a little too, yeah, I gotta drop those. They're a little too high. Iwan was watching, he wouldn't forget about the spacers. Yeah, he'd probably roll up in a giant PLA battle tank or something. Yell at me if I did that. Crickets. Is this something I said? Just hold it to the outside edge. Yeah, good point. If we don't get it here, I'll do that. Oh, we're perfect, I think. Good enough for government work. That's just so cool how that works. Yeah, basically, for those that don't know how it works, it basically, because you got a camming action here with this stepper motor, you have your drive gear in the center, and then just depending on the position of the cam is which of the 4 filaments is being fed at that moment. And it's all done without needing to modify the firmware. Ooh. Monkey Butler Lab gifted 10 community memberships. Cheers. The Voron spacers. Voron spacers are 1 mil? Are they 1 mil? Why do I use the old motor? Because that's what the instructions said. You receive the pre-assembled Chameleon. You'll need to move the PTFE tubes to the other side of the 3 Chameleon. To do that, remove the extruder motor, loosen the screws on the ejector side. That will allow you to separate the parts enough to pull the PTFE tubes out. Oh, you don't need to assemble it. Well, we went a little too far. Okay. Mount the 3 mount B using 4 35 screws. Okay, so mount B is, which one's mount B? Okay, so this is A. So this is B. Okay, so this is B. Okay. Mount the 3D Chameleon to mount B using 4 35 silver screws. Okay, so I gotta mount this to this. How? Am I missing something here? Oh! I gotta... Do I gotta take out these screws? Mount that. Oh, I see. Okay. I see. You install the selector motor. Yep, I gotta take the selector motor out. Okay, and there's a little notch here. Which way does the notch go? So the notch goes towards there. So if that goes that way, that goes that way, that goes... Wait, what am I doing? Yeah, that goes that way. Okay, so that goes that goes like that goes like that. Okay. That goes like that. Ironing. I should have drilled these ones out. Don't remove the motor, just install a plate. Yeah. Wow, these are really tight. Somebody's saying doggo. Somebody is quite behind on the stream. There we go. Okay, so again, this goes, oh my god, it goes like that, and then this will go like that. the gear. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Oh man, these are really tight. Do I gotta take the spacer out? These don't want to reach. These 35mm screws? No, they're 30mm. Using the wrong screws, dang it. Oh, hey, look, they came in the bag. Okay. 35, 35, 35, 35. 29, 250. Are these 35s? They are. What the heck is going on here? Why aren't you going? I know the spacer is redundant, but we don't need it, so I'm just going to leave it if it doesn't do anything. I don't think I resized these when I printed them in ABS. I did not. These screw holes are tight. Yeah, I did not resize these when I printed these in ABS. Normally I upsize them. There we go. Okay. 35 mils. Yep. There we go. Okay. What's Polymaker? Hurricanes. %50 coupon for. Why would you be advertising a coupon on my stream that I can't even use? Huh? Why would you do that, Polymaker? Why would you advertise a coupon on my stream that I can't even use? Come on. You come into my house. Just kidding. Just kidding. All good fun. All these American-only giveaways, American-only coupons. Okay, note to self. Never forget to rescale parts for ABS. 100.5. Especially when you're not dealing with thingiverse tolerances and actually properly designed stuff. Because normally if it's a model off like Thingiverse, the tolerancing is garbage anyways, so you don't really need to resize it. But, you know, a properly engineered thing like this, there we go. Okay, so we got that mounted. Good. Okay. Yeah, there were like no filament deals in Canada for Prime Day. Then again, Prime Day is not really a thing up here. Okay, mount the B using that. Mount part A to the stock extruder location using 2 of the factory 12mm M3 screws previously removed from the stock extruder. I can do that. Which one's part B? Is this part B? Yep, that's part B. Okay. 12 mils. Here's 1 12 mil. Pull this out. Is that 12 mil or is that a wrong screw size? These are the 12 mils. That ain't gonna work. These aren't gonna work. These are way too long. Yeah, it says mount with the 12mm. 12mm isn't gonna work here, Bill. But this is not a prusa. This is a prusa. So let me use some 8 mils. Yeah. No, 8 mils won't work. 10 mils? Do I have 10 mils? No, I don't have 10 mils. And maybe 8 mils will work. You say, yeah, they're too long. They're hitting the meat. There's not enough meat here. It's hitting the bearing. It's a prusa clone. Yeah, it's not a prusa. That's why we call it the not a prusa. Dang it, 8 mil won't reach. Let me see if I got 10 mil screws on. I think 10 mils are the size I'm like running super low on. Shoot. Got some button heads. Interesting. Good to know. I'll update the instructions. Yeah. Well, these instructions are from how long ago? There you go. M310s work. I don't know if the bag of goodies comes with them. I don't think so. You can honestly, you could probably just bump the model out, like just change the STL instead of changing the screws. Just change the STL so it's thicker. I'm sure bumping it out 2 mil ain't gonna do anything because M310s work. Yeah. So yeah, M310s work. So yeah, I would just bump the STL out. I designed this kit the day I got my first real Mini. Okay, mount that. Use 4 small zip ties to attach to the frame by passing the zip ties through. Okie dokie. I know I had zip ties. Where did I put them? I'll just use some I have. So, like any good prusa, zip ties are structural. This is the tricky part. Yeah, I'm gonna try putting the zip ties through and then feeding them through. Nope, I've already lost them. Let's try this. Like I know why you're using zip ties here, because you have to mate two flat surfaces together, and it's kind of a funky design. There's a lot of weird design quirks with the Prusa Mini, I will say. Now that I've built one. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. There. Now we kind of two these together. Yeah, oh, come on. If I can beat Elden Ring, I can figure this out. There we go. One. Two. So I got two. Oh. There we go, okay. There we go. Haha! Got it. Haha. Gotcha. Bueno. Thoughts on PA12 for toolhead parts over ASA? You got to be careful with creep with nylon. I think it's PA12 has the least amount of creep. Nylon, like adding CF to nylon doesn't fight creep, and creep is a big issue you'll have with nylon parts. Same with PETG, especially in a warm environment. You can do it. Toasty Boy has a carbon fiber polycarbonate tool head. Or actually no, high temp PA12 nylon tool head. Matter Hackers affiliate link is borked. I gotta check that. I know somebody mentioned it last stream. I haven't used it in a while. I haven't checked on it in a while, so I might remove it altogether. That one doesn't really. I think I made 50 bucks on it last year, if that. My Prusa melted. Yeah, PETG will do that if it gets too warm. Okay, so let's see here. Use the zip ties to mount the Chameleon. Pull zip ties together and trim off the excess. Okay. Attach 3 Chameleon. Limit switch the front right frame under the rail. The right side, smooth side using the T4. Okay, so. Got to put a limit switch on this. I've got to box. I've got to limit switch. I've got to put the limit switch on the printer. Stiffer and less affected by moisture. Bondtech uses PA12. There you go. I like PA12. Just make sure you print it dry. Dry the hell out of it before you print with it. Otherwise, you're going to get poopy parts. I do have a T-nut. I saw a T-nut. And I believe there's a bolt for it in here. Is this it? It doesn't bring you money because the link doesn't include your affiliate number. It's only text after the affiliate part. Oh, well, it's probably broken then. That's probably why. Okay, so I need to do this. So this. Actually, wait, what? It's a different PCB or different. That goes there. Okay. And that found. Oh, I see. Okay. So then attach that, and that. Yeah, they all broke. Or the way YouTube does it, it like breaks. Okay, so that, what are those silver screws? One silver screw. And Where's my second silver screw? There it is. Small screws. There we go. Ah! Don't lose the screws. Where is my bit? Where's my hex bit? Hex bit, where are you? Where's my hex bit? Where's my hex bit? Oh, well, another one. James Miller, $2. Cheers. The Ultim should not have duties on it. It's a gift. Hopefully. Hopefully. See how badly. Well, if you send it through USPS, it should be okay. USPS usually I don't have an issue with. There we go. Isn't the Esquire 126? It's good for M3s. Anything above M3, you don't have enough torque to like torque it down. Any of these small screwdrivers, you're not gonna have enough torque to really torque stuff down. But usually you just go, and then you hand tighten the last little bit. It's usually pretty good. So we want to put this, attach the Chameleon limit switch to the front right frame under the rail, right side smooth rod using a 40/40. Connect the wiring. Okay. Like that. That through there. T-nut on. Okay, gotta put the nut in first apparently. Where does this live? Where does this live? So I need to put this in a place so that it clicks right at max travel. There we go. I can't get this. I can't get the wire in there. Shoot. Actually, one second. One second. Big brain. Big brain. No. No. There we go. Aha. Oh no. Aha, I'm a genius. There we go. This comes forward. And it goes click. Okay. We are good. Oh, Bill just said the same thing I just did. Great minds, Bill. Great minds. Okay. Okay. Attach the Chameleon limit switch to the right frame under the rail, smooth side rod using the... Okay. Connect the wiring as per the 3D Chameleon instructions. Okay. So... Now, in this case here... Nice, all the parts of my KP3S with Polymaker ASA installed, the V6 printing ABS. Nice. So we're gonna have to do a little fun stuff here because obviously we got two motors here and we're only using the one motor. So You can attach the electronics anywhere you want to the frame. I do all the bottom of the front rail. Okay. Bottom of the front rail. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I'll make it look neat after we get it moving. So, I've got two motors here. But I only need one motor because this motor stays hooked up to the prusa, right? So I need to plug one of these into here, but I don't know which one. Or do I plug them both into here? How does electronics will attach to the front side of the Z rail? Okay. We mount that there. Yeah, front to the Z rail. Yeah, that got plenty of room there. I'm just trying to figure out the wiring here because this, you said, stays attached. So, connect the wires per the 3D Chameleon instructions. Okay. So print, attach 3D Chameleon, attach mount to printer. Okay, I can do that. How do I, oh, I gotta open this box up, I'm assuming. Get out the screws. How do I open this box up? Oh, oh no. Bill. The box broke. Oh no. It's missing a chunk. Plug in only the selector motor. Okay. Which one is the selector? Oh, okay, I see that. That's the selector motor. Okay. What do we got in here for drivers? What are these drivers? Are these DRVs? Yeah, they're A498s, I think. Which, let's be honest, it's only going to move a motor once every now and then, so it's not a big deal. I'm going to have to swap these for... Yeah, perfect. I'm really liking this build. Like, I know it's there's actually some work to this. Actually, no, these. No, because this is all 3030. So I need a 3030 M3 nut. Do I have a 3030 M3 nut? Because these aren't going to stick in here. Or they might. They might. There might be enough bite. So let's see. They do work. Okay. They're just spinning. Haha, it does work. Okay. Yeah, it does grab. It grabs enough. Okay, so we need one motor, and that is the selector. So the selector, got miles of wiring here. Okay, so put this lid back on, and the selector is that one. Okay. Shoot, which way does this end stop go? It's not indexed. Shoot. For the end stop, I got red, green, black. And I don't know which one is which. And there's no, I don't see any labeling or indicator which one is which. Anything on the site? Red to the top of the way you have it. Okay. And selector is that. Red to the top. That's a motor. This plugs into here. Okay, we got thermistor, motor plugged in, power, fan. Okay. Okay, so attach 3D Chameleon to frame, attach switch to frame mount, we've done. Attach 3D Chameleon to electronics, connect Y adapter to PTFE. Ooh, so I'm assuming I can trim this a bit, Bill, because I don't think we need this much PTFE tubing for a Prusa Mini. I'm assuming. Don't quote me on that. I might be incorrect. You're the expert, but I don't think I need this much. You have to try. Yeah. Okay, so I'm assuming this one will just leave that one the same. So let me drop this down all the way. PTFE giveaway. Hey, actually, I needed some PTFE. I'm running out of scraps that I use for like jumper lines and whatnot. So see, this is why you buy the 3D Chameleon. You get all the PTFE tubing. Well, it makes sense for it to come along. This is a universal kit, right? Okay, so move you all the way to the outside here. Okay, so we're gonna plug you into there. Where's my schnips? I have some really good PTFE schnippers, and I don't know where I put them. I always forget where I put them, and I always never find them. Where are my PTFE schnippers? Dang it. I gotta clean my desk one day. We're just gonna spend a stream where I just clean at the rate we're going. We're just gonna do a stream where all I do is clean everything, because here we go. Trim to 300 millimeters. So trim every one of these to 300 millimeters long. Or the overall length to 300. To 325. So are we going from the body here? So measure out 300, chop, chop, and then 325, chop, chop. Is that what we're doing? Measure twice, cut twice. Yeah. Okay, sweet. So good old DigiKey. $300mm. Well, of course it's not 300, it's 300 and change. We'll do one at a time. Nope. There we go. Okay. And then 325. An extra 25 millimeters off of that one. Perfect. Okay. The bidding starts at $50 or 1 Raspberry Pi 4 for the PTFE. That's perfect. Okay. Those are in all the way. There we go. Best I can do is $5. Okay, so connect the Y adapter to PTFE, connect power to 3D Chameleon Electronics. Power. Oh yeah, it's got its own power brick. Oh no, I'm dropping my Revos. So we've got ourselves a little power brick here. Okay. Perform any necessary wire management. Okay. Let's make it look pretty. Which we're gonna need a lot of help. So the question is, now that LTT, because apparently, you know, if you're going off of any of the latest LTT videos, Linus has no money. Because he just keeps buying, you know, industrial places that turn into like centers of innovation. So Linus has no money, but he's sponsoring people now. He sponsored Joel. So the question is, how do we get an LTT sponsorship for this stream? How do we do that? Because I've already got the shirts. I've already got the water bottle. I enjoy their products, so I have no problem being a shill for it. So how do we do that? How do we do that? How to straw light. I love this. Like, the fact that this thing doesn't flip is amazing. I love it. Send a nice email. I tried getting on Float Plane and they denied me, but that was like a year ago. Okay, so now we need to make this look presentable. Swap out that zip tie. That's a little kind of too hard. Why should they sponsor? I know, that's why I got to stop making the LTD jokes, because they're sponsoring people now. So if I do it for free, they're not going to pay me. So we got to change that. We can't have the fun anymore. You're messed up. I need to pay you when you already do it. Yeah, so we can't do it anymore. We can't make the jokes anymore. The jokes are done. Can't have nice things. There we go. The wiring looks like wiring. Okay, where's this? A lot of wobble in this arm. Oh yeah. Well, this piece of granite isn't squared up anyways right now anyways. I really should have printed the thing to make this easier. What time is it anyway? What are we at? 10 o'clock? Yeah. I did plan on, if we didn't get to it, we would carry this on another stream. We would wrap it up another stream. So if we don't finish this today, get it working, we will continue on another live stream, getting it functional. So. What is that? Is that this one? No. Is that one? Okay. just kind of hold it together and get it started, I guess. The basic instruction is the only software for now. Yeah, it's a Prusa Mini though, and it kind of takes a bit to get it looking good. So we got a little bit of finagling here to get it kind of ready for prime time. I hate this stuff. Especially with all these connectors we got to deal with now. Captain. Have you seen the Revo level cube? Yeah, it's a Voron when you don't want to give credit for building a Voron. And it also, I'm pretty sure, violates MakerBot's patent for their bed thing because they want to put a bed on it, a whatchamacallit bed, a belt printer bed, which Bill knows all about belt printers. So I'm pretty sure the MakerBot patent is you can't have a gantry moving in the Z perpendicular to the belt. And it being a flying gantry Core XY, I don't think it allows you to skirt the patent. What's your preferred umbilical wrap? I like this, just the stuff you wrap around it, this stuff. Like, it's not the greatest looking, but it's just easy. So many extra wires we're gonna have to jam in this control box. My preferred umbilical though is drag chain. So how for this guy now, because I don't have the mount on here anymore, where do you zip tie this to? Do you just kind of find a spot and just kind of zip tie it in and just YOLO it, or is there supposed to? I'll look at the pictures on the. Yeah, the Haribo, or the Zerebo thing is basically, it's a V2 with a legacy gantry. So if you want to build a legacy, but you really want rods for your XY, that's your option, I guess. That came unplugged. Gotta fix that. And it just pinches in between the two motors. Oh, cool. Okay. Smart. That works. Okay. So there we go. Okay. Now something came unplugged, so I gotta double check my wiring here. Yeah, so the black goes there. Okay. You can go from there, you can go. So that just kind of is in between the motors. That works. That works just fine. I'm not going to complain about that. Zip ties. Okay, that's that. This wire can kind of just go there for now. We'll make that look good. I'll deal with this. I'll deal with this after stream. Let's just get it functional. Let's just get her up and running. So now I got to give it power. Do I power up the printer first, or do I just plug this in? I'm assuming instructions, connect power to 3D Chameleon, perform any necessary. Okay, so yeah, so plug in the 3D Chameleon. Okay. Dave, I have no idea what your daughter's talking about. Does anyone have a good source for custom sized panels? What are you looking for material? MN Laser Cutting in the US does ABS, which I've used. They're independent. Okay, Mandela Roseworks. There you go. Okay, so let me power on this guy. Okay, I got a green light. No fire, so we're good. So again, one of the advantages of the 3D Chameleon is this is completely independent to your existing printer's hardware. So if you wanted to run one of these on your stock Prusa Mini and not void your board's warranty, this just plugs right in. It just lights up. So if you don't want to mess around with firmware and whatnot, you don't have to with this. This is an additional system on top of your printer. Now you can, if you have the ability, you can wire this right into your printer and use it like, you know, like Clipper basically, and just wire it right in and YOLO it. But if you're not somebody who wants to modify your printer's firmware, you could just not. So this plugs in there. Okay, and turn the printer on. So first we got to verify and make sure our fan works. So let me do the verifications for the Revo first. Okay, so plug in your printer, go to calibrations, test heater. Okay, calibrations. Test heaters. Okay. Fan spinning. McKinza, thank you for becoming a member. You can press the button for 1 second and 1.25 seconds to home and move between the colors. Okay, so let me. Oh, okay. Oh. So it does a dumb home by basically it just goes to a certain point. It goes, so for homing it just goes dirt. So you can see it there. But when you want to switch colors, oh, that is so cool. That is so cool. It just dances. Yeah, here. Oh, wow. Let's see it. Ready? So however many times it taps that limit switch is what color it picks. And it's all G-code. It's all just G-code. It's cool. It's just a camming action. Like, that's cool. Do I have to adjust my E-steps for the extruder? I can't remember if I have to. And then it's just a Bowden now. So now this is still Bowden, so it just swaps the colors. That's cool. That is so cool. Looks easy to, yeah, you can easily integrate this in Clipper. Set the E-steps 152. Okay. Okay, so heaters were good, I guess. How? Okay, return. Settings. Oh, no. Okay, so where are firmware updates? Oh, okay, where is... How do you adjust your factory for hardware setup? Steel sheets, no. How do you change your calibration? Can you change your E-steps in here through the screen? Fill steppers, factory reset, hardware setup. No. Filament sensor off, menu timeout on. Huh. It's in the start G code. Oh, you just added to your start G code. Oh, okay. Canon the latest. This is the latest firmware. Experimental menu. Where is experimental? It's in the hidden menu. How do I get to that? How do I get to the hidden menu? How? Or we could just set it up through the G code. Okay. So we got that. So if that failed, hold button for a few settings. Hold. Hold button for a few seconds. Oh. Extruder steps. So you said 152? 152. I wonder if you can see that. Okay, we're going down to 152. Oh, let me just, was it 152? Is that what Bill said? I can't see. I'm trying to find prusa menu firmware doesn't allow you to change it. It's in the start G code. Set to 152. Okay, there we go. 152. Yeah. Yeah, so you go to return, like you go into the settings, you just hold it for a couple seconds and boom. Okay. So 152. Okay. Default extruder prusa. What's extruder direction prusa? Okay, whatever. Save and return. Yes, there we go. Okay, cool. I did not know that. So now, home. 1, 2. Cool. Okay. How thick are the acrylic sheets? I don't know. Okay, so now I also so if you I gotta set my nozzle calibration. Actually, no. For that, test that. How do I cover and click first layer calibration? So I gotta change my Z offset. So I gotta set that to 0. There we go. So we can, once we get that all set up, we'll do the test print. Okay, so validation, press 1 second to have, okay, so to home, which we did. Okay, load filament into T0. Repeat number 10. Where's number 10? Load filament into T0. So, going to link to this video on the Thingiverse page. It's perfect. Well, maybe edit it a bit. Okay. So repeat number 10. There. Press 1 to home. Okay, so to home. 1. Okay, so it homes. Press button for quarter second to advance to T0. So quarter second. Okay. So it's loaded. Okay. So Load filament into T0. Okay, so I need some filament. Do I have a spool holder that we can just kind of use? Yeah, this will work. Sorry, wires. Let me grab some spools, or a spool for now. I'll use this everyone green. So which one is T0? How do I know which one is T0? Oh, not the Bowden test. Okay. So I was doing the validation thing. Yeah. It's necessary to reverse the T2 and T3 drives. You can use our prusa pro slice. What is the T2 and T3 drives? Or could just use a post-processing script. Well, I can. Do I have to reverse the extruder direction? Is that what it is? Do I just flip that around? Install Python. I gotta install Python? Just go to software setting. Okay. So software setup. Okay. Download prusa slicer. Okay, I've done that. Okay. So skip all that. Okay. Are the T0, T1, T2, T3 are the 4 colors. Okay. Does it say which one's which? Like, how do I know which one is which? Looking at it. Is there like little hash marks or anything? No. Okay, so download prusa slicer Cura. Okay. Duplicate the printer profile. So let me load up prusa slicer here. Actually, let me download the new prusa slicer. They got a new one. Prusa slicer. I got a 2.5. Let me download 2.5. Top closest to you is T0. Back of it is T. Okay, so it goes. So 1, 0, 1, and then I'm assuming closest to me on the bottom would be 3 and then 4. Okay. Well, 0, 1, 2, 3. Oh no, it's a beta. Never mind. If it's a beta, I won't play with it. I don't like playing with betas. Okay, so we got. Let me load up prusa slicer. And we got original mini. Okay, so we got the original mini. Here we go. Download, duplicate a printer profile. So we're not going to do that because this is going to be our only mini. Okay. Locate the XY for the 3D Chameleon switch. Okay. So let's find out here. Move access. Okay. Where's the home button? Is there a home button on here? Where's the home button on here? Preheat, calibration, settings, info, calibration, auto home. There we go. Okay. Oh, that could have been bad. Oh. Okay, that's not good. Want to hear a funny thing? The Revo sits much lower than our previous nozzle. So we Z negative China that. So let me let's fix this quickly. Yeah. Shh. Nobody tell Joe. Don't tell Joe. I don't think Joe would care. This isn't a real prusa anyways. Just gonna move this down just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Can't spin it. Shh. Any more room. There we go. That'll work. Booting. Calibration. Auto home. There we go. Okay. So we homed, return. Move axis. Move Y. Oh. 179. Okay, so 179. So it triggers at 179. Yep, so 179 is the trigger. Okay, locate the XY. Okay, so there's only one switch. Measure the distance between the extruder and the hot end. The piece of filament. Okay. So let me get a notepad here. 179. And don't forget, if you haven't entered yet for the draw for the Polymaker filament, do that now. Okay. So I gotta measure the filament now. Dude, it's not moving. No, why aren't you moving? Why aren't you moving now? What, am I missing something? One. Why aren't you working? Am I missing something? Unplug. Okay, there we go. Okay, so stop following. Oh, okay, I'll stop following the instructions. I'm following the software setup. Yeah. Okay. You need to follow the instructions on the Thingiverse page. Okay. Okay, so I need to do a processing script. Okay, and you can use prusa. Oh, okay. Video direct download here. Okay, so it looks like there's some software stuff. Okay. Ooh. What is this? Okay. What time is it anyways? 10:20. Ooh. You know what? You know what I think we're gonna do at this point? I think we're gonna call it. I think I'll talk to Bill off stream and get the software stuff sorted out so I do it correctly. So that way when I do it live, we don't completely butcher it. Because you know how awesome I am with software, guys. But we got it, you know, the hardware done. That's just cool. I just love watching that. Just watching it dance is cool. Yeah, I think we'll do that. I think we'll call the build portion of the stream there, and then we'll do the software stuff on. That's fine. The hardware installation was perfect. Yeah, and actually, you know what? This was fun. This was fun to do. I love this kind of building stuff. So we'll turn the printer off. We'll get that all unhooked, and I'll make the wire management look good. That was fun. So So it's a prusa, so we'll do the good old prusa jam it in the box thing. I'm a little worried about this potentially catching on top of this, though. The nice thing with the Prusa Minis, the software should work out of the box. Yeah, well, it's late tonight, but I don't know if Tuesday or maybe Friday. Well, maybe we'll get it sorted out too. I don't know. I stream 3 days a week. We got time. Or maybe we'll do it next Saturday night. So yeah, it was a little funky because we had to switch this around. But if you're putting this on any machine other than a Prusa Mini, you don't have to do this. You literally take it out of the box and attach it to your printer and connect a few connections. Like, the only reason this even took as long is because we had to swap it around because it is a Prusa Mini. Because it's the way a Prusa Mini is. Zip tie the PTFE tubes. Oh, yeah, I'll just do this. Oh, zip tie the P. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. There we go. But you're adding weight to the tool head. How will you do speed benchies now? My software should work out of the box. Yeah, we'll tinker. We'll get it. We'll do a little off stream, making sure it works, and then we'll go live and do it again. I think is what we'll do. Okay. So actually, I'll unplug you. Move you out of here. So yeah. So we'll run the stream till 11 like usual. So if you haven't entered for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, link in the description. Go do this now. Go enter. I'm sure you want to win. Everyone likes free stuff. Zip tie the umbilical. Should be able to. Yeah, there's plenty there. Yeah, there's plenty. Actually, I gotta make sure I got max Z on this because we changed some stuff, so I'm gonna have to make sure we got max Z. Tape together with Captain. What is with your fascination with Captain tape? Like, I know it's pretty good stuff, but you really like your Captain tape. There we go. That works. Okay, so now we got to do the age-old honor tradition of Prusa wiring, where we take all of our electrical wires that are too long and we shove them in a box and hide our shame. Because that's how Papa Joey P does it, and that's how we'll do it. In the box. Is there like a better cover I could print for this that just has all the room? Like, look at this. This is so fucking... Oh my god. This is the one thing I will never not be able to, like... Prusa, come on, man. This is just such a gong show. Freaking hell. More slack. Just jam it in. Just jam it in. I'm about to use some Captain tape here and just freaking... There's too much stuff over there. Oh my god, this is so pathetic. Why does my drivers overheat? Literally can't jam them down enough. There is too much wires here. Because you got the frickin' outlet. Okay, maybe that will work. Screw it. I don't even know how this went. How did this go in? Oh my god. Come on. Get in your hole. Perfect! Oh, that was a pathetic joke. That was horrible. That was horrible. 20 pounds of taters and a 10-pound sack. What's taters? If it fits, it ships. I don't even know where this, you know, screw it. We'll just attach that to the, you know what, we're going to use my favorite fixing material. Use the crappy stuff. Make it work. Oh, yeah, this is way too big. That ain't gonna work. Oops. Okay, how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do this? Can I just kind of shove you in there too to hide? Okay. It's behind the printer, remember. It's behind the printer, nobody sees. It's the part of the printer nobody sees. What does getting CAN bus on a printer get you? A clean air printer, because you have less wires. Basically it allows you to have remote tool heads, essentially, or remote controllers, very simply. So on a Voron, for example, if you've ever wired up the tool head of a Voron, you know there's a lot of wires that run to the tool head. On a V2 you have like 23 wires, I think, on a standard setup, more if you have stuff like LEDs. With a CAN board you need 4. Power, plus minus, and signal, plus minus, basically. And then after that, that's it. Because at the head, at the controller that you plug in, the other end of it, you have a separate controller that basically does all its own thinking. There we go. So we'll take this wire and we'll just bundle it up and we'll just kind of shove it in the extrusion and we'll never see it again. Your Z is not at max height. Yeah, it's close enough. Let's be honest. It's a Prusa Mini. I don't think I'm going to be maxing out the Z on it. if I'm gonna be maxing out, if I'm printing something on here that's maxing out the Z or near maxing out the Z, I've got more machines that are capable of more Z. I can also push in the electronic box. I don't want to put more of this in the electronic box. The electronic box here is already kind of full. So we're just gonna bundle it up and we're just gonna let it live back here. It's gonna have its own nice little home. Let's put some zip ties. We're good. Like, let's be honest, I could just, you know, shorten the wire and re-crimp it and everything, but ain't nobody got time for that. I would zip tie it to the frame, but you got no clearance to do that. There we go. About the 3D Chameleon box. I would have to put a hole in it to get the, oh wait, well, I already kind of have a hole. Yeah, there's no, well, I would have to have the wires still come out. And I don't want to, let's do this. This works. There we go, that's relatively neat. Electronic is now a jack in the box. Don't ever, as long as we never have to open this box again, we're good. Oh, run a tie through the, oh, yeah, good. Yeah, good point. Here, do this, do that. I'll come over here. Yeah, we'll do that. There we go. Okay, this is what we'll do. Ready? Big brain. I can't see it because the thing's in the way. You ready? Okay, so we'll do this. Tweezers. Where are my tweezers? I'll do not pinch any electronics. No, I need the tweezers. Tweezers. Where are my tweezers? That one, and that one. How is it this hard to grab a frickin'... No, that's a wire. There we go. There we go. Nice and clean. Perfect. Cheers, Hybrid Robotics. Okay, now we gotta move this. So we'll move it up. Jam this in there. I'll put a zip tie around it. Good old 30-30 extrusion, so much room. You can fit slab's roof of 30/30 extrusion. You could fit so much spare wiring in this bad boy. There we go. Right up top, right? There we go. Yep. Another one over here. Oop, nope. Don't wrap the zip tie around the extrusion. That would be not good. Don't need the zip tie around the extrusion. Or around the rod. There we go. Flush cut your zip ties. Always flush cut your zip ties. If you don't flush cut your zip ties, I will find where you live and you will not have a good day. There we go. So we got our, there, we got our wires, got our power box. There we go. That runs up there, and wires go up and over to the Revo. Voila! C'est magnifique. Look up Fibber McGee's closet. I will look that up after stream. That doesn't sound like something I want to open up on stream. I've needed switches from not flush cutting zip ties. Always flush cut your zip ties. If you don't know what I'm talking about, y'all gonna get some learning right now. Okay, let me get a zip tie. Let me get a big chunky beefy boy zip tie if I have any left. I don't think I have any left. I may not have any of the big boys left. Okay, whatever, that'll work. Okay, so overhead view. Zoom in. Okay, we are zoomed in. This is a zip tie, okay? You know what a zip tie is. If you've built a prusa, that's how they're held together, zip ties. You know, I don't think they actually use zip ties in their current revision. But anyways, it's part of the joke. So, when you put a zip tie to use it, you put one end through the other end, like so. And you pull it tight, and whatever you're zip tying is now zip tied. Now, this little dangly bit, you could leave, but we're not barbarians, okay? So we're gonna trim it nice and clean. We want it to be nice and clean and managed. You don't want this getting caught on anything. So when you cut your zip tie, you can use scissors. I like to use flush cutters. But when you cut it, do not just do this. Okay? Never do that. Because that is sharp. And if you're working on something and you're not paying attention, this is nice and tight, right? This is attached to something and it's a frame and you're zip tied something to a frame and you're working over there and you just run that across your hand and you're not paying attention, you will draw blood. You will slice yourself. So when you go to cut a zip tie, focus, you get your scissors or your flush cutters and you bring it right up against the nubbin part and you cut it flat. Because now it ain't gonna do anything. So always flush cut your zip ties. Never cut them, never just go and just cut them. Cut them properly. Because I have sliced my arm open on a zip tie. When I worked at an injection molding shop, you would have water lines on the outside of a tool. Let me pull up injection mold external. Well, here I can pull a picture from one of my phones. So when bolt, there we go. So what would happen is when you look at an injection mold, you have all these external water lines because you have to run water to keep the mold cold. and you would run all these external water lines. And what you would do is you would zip tie them, because you have to keep them within the external perimeter of the tool itself. You couldn't have them coming out. They would get caught on stuff. So a lot of times we would use like 1/2-inch thick, like we would use bulky, beefy boy zip ties to hold everything together. And occasionally you would have to go in there and, like, you know, move stuff around or work on something, or, you know, undo a screw or mount a plaque or something. And if you would have people that would not flush cut their zip ties, and when you're working in there and it's all greasy and oily and you're trying to get something done quick and you pull your arm out and you run across that and you just slice your arm open, yeah, no, flush cut your zip ties. Always flush cut your zip ties. I kind of have pictures on one of my old phones of a mold that I can use as an example. It's amazing how many photos you have. Is this one? Oh, yeah. This one isn't a good example because I got big beefy lines. Let me see here. Sometimes that's a flood circuit for water, where you basically have everything's internal. By the way, we got 15 minutes into the draw for the Polymaker filament. Go enter the draw. Win yourself some Polymaker filament. I know you want to win. I know you do. It's funny. It used to be a lot easier to find this stuff on my phones until I had kids. Because now that I have a kid, it's just baby pictures. All the baby pictures. Worked in injection molds from high school from 71 to 73. Ooh, those are the old. Ooh. It's a lot different now. A lot different now. That tool ain't built. Oh, here we go. Good example. Okay. Yeah. So, no. You would have, you know, here's a mold. Okay. And you have all these zip ties holding these water lines, because these water lines, they have to be within the frame of the mold. They can't extend past the bounds of the top and bottom plate because it slides into a press. Okay. So what would happen is you would have people that, you know, wouldn't flush cut these, so you can see. So imagine you had to, like, reach in here to undo this bolt, right? So you reach in there to undo that bolt and you pull your hand out quickly, and that isn't flush cut, you slice yourself. So always flush cut your zip ties. It's good practice to have. It's one of those things you should just always do. The deepest, darkest pits of hell are people that work on things that other people will work on, and they don't flush cut their zip ties. Where do you see additive manufacturing coming in the next few years? It's hard to say, because there's a lot that has changed in the past 10 years, a lot that hasn't. We're still moving, you know, hot beats of metal that are glorified hot glue guns splooging out molten plastic with NEMA 17 motors at the end of the day. Like, you're going to see a lot of software stuff, I think. You're gonna see a lot of software stuff improve. You're gonna see a lot of quality of life things, a lot of ease of use. You're gonna see the barrier to entry to 3D printing come down. Machines will be more capable. They'll be less, you won't have to tweak them as much. Like, you remember, like, for the longest time, we still recommend people go buy an Ender 3 because you'll fix it and learn how to use 3D printers. I think that's horrible advice. Start on a printer that actually works. Because the amount of people that get out of this hobby because they get frustrated with their first 3D printer because they went and bought the cheapest 3D printer, because everyone tells them to buy the cheapest 3D printer and they can't even get a good first print off. Yeah, no. You're going to see a lot of stuff like the Bamboo, where this thing just works and it's fully feature capable, and it's, you know, same price point as a Prusa Mark III. Although there's stuff going on with their firmware, but I think they finally did release the source for their slicer, so. What do you think of those zip tie guns that tension and cut with trigger pull? I've never used those. Why hasn't 3D filament become, or 3mm filament become used more? It's a physics thing. So you have to dump heat into your filament, right? Your filament, this is your filament. This is your printer food, right? Grade A printer chow. So for this to work, you have to melt this. Well, when you have a 3mm filament, it's actually it's harder to extrude it faster because it's a thicker diameter. To melt the middle, you risk burning the outer layer. So you have to you can't just heat, this heats up and melts a lot more evenly than 3mm and doesn't cause as many issues as 3mm. 3mm is thicker. So when you heat it up, when it hits that hot end and heats up, the outside will heat up quicker than the inside because it's so thick. So you might run into an issue where you're not fully melting the filament in the middle. So you can't print as fast. Or if you are melting in the middle and you're printing faster, maybe you're cooking the stuff on the outside, you're degrading the material. A lot of filaments, if you heat them up too much, they burn. Like they actually degrade. So yeah, it's basically a physics thing, thermodynamics and whatnot. But yeah, there's a reason why nobody does, everyone's moved away from 3mm filament. Anchor M5 versus Bamboo, which do you prefer? The M5 is, it's a bed flanger. It's a V-wheel bed flanger with a spaghetti detective. Other than that, the M5, it looks cool. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure it's a perfectly fine printer. But what is different with it versus another decent quality bed flanger with something with running spaghetti detective or Umbilical? They gave me this shirt. I should gotta start pronouncing or calling them by the right name. Why Ultimaker? Because that's what the Ultimaker does. Because Ultimaker does it doesn't mean everyone has to do it. But that Ultimaker has always been 3mm. Well, 2.85. Why not smaller? Well, then you get diminishing returns. The filament has to, remember, so here's the problem with 3D printing. This is your flow control, okay? This is your flow control, okay? So how much filament comes out of your machine is dependent on this getting pushed into your hot end. It's not like an injection mold where you have a valve gate and a barrel and you're forcing it in through mechanical means. You're using your filament itself to control the flow through the hot end. That's why you can't print flexibles really fast, because you're literally pushing rope. So if you were to go down a 1mm filament, there's probably diminishing returns in how quickly you can heat it up. Look at speed benches. We're doing speed benches 1.75 just fine. But it's also a thinner diameter. It's going to break more. You won't be able to push it as much. It's physics. Is what it is. Why not straight pellets? Well, then you need a pellet extruder, and pellet extruders are not compact. They're huge. Look how little this thing is. There's nothing here. This weighs nothing. Yeah, Ultimakers don't print fast either. The Ultimakers are commercial machines meant for schools and businesses. The folks watching this stream today, hello, everyone say hi. We haven't done that on this stream. Everyone say hi and introduce yourself. We're not Ultimaker's target market. In this house, we obey the laws of thermodynamics. So I'm gonna have to move my rep box if we're gonna be using this. I don't know where I'm gonna put this at. Put that in there. I'm gonna drop the zip down a bit. Hi, me. Hey, my pellet extruder made experimenting with peak cheaper. Yeah, I'm not saying pellet extruders don't make sense, but they're big, bulky things that, let's be honest, if you try to slap one on a V-wheel bed flanger like an Ender 3, you probably won't have a good time. There we go. Hey, it's enclosed now. Is the apron custom? Nope. The apron, shoot, let me see. So let me find the apron. Yeah, here it is right here. Give me 1 second here. Yeah. So the funny thing is with this apron, I am totally not original. This is Adam Savage's apron. The apron that he had before he made his own. I don't know why. Every time I'm streaming, it takes forever to YouTube. So this is Adam Savage. You know this guy. I'm assuming you do. This is the same apron. So this is his apron. He made like a video on like, hey, this is the apron I use in my shop. He didn't like it because this one you have to tie, and I modded mine with some belt clips or buckles, so it buckles together. That's why this one always gets twisted. But he went in and designed his own apron. But I don't design aprons, so I just bought the one he had because I'm a super original, clever person. And he liked it, and I like his content, so yeah. So yes, it is Adam Savage's apron. So if you want to buy it, it's on Amazon. Here it is. It's 40 bucks. It is not expensive at all. I should probably get an Amazon account and start putting out an affiliate link for that apron. But yeah, this is the apron right here. It's 40 bucks US. The exact same apron. All I did was I did a video on it, so it's actually got my old logo embossed in the leather. And I actually did a video on how I did it. I did it with the PLA printed press or printed form and some weight. How much did he sell? 40 bucks. I paid like, well, actually no, I paid Amazon cancel like 50 bucks probably, but yeah. Just literally go on Google and just search Adam Savage apron Amazon and it'll come up. But yeah, this is the apron I use. I use it because I keep pens in my pocket, my scale when I don't lose it. I've got to, you know, I put my lav in it. And see, like you can see here, like it's worn flat. Like this is heavy canvas. You can see it's like worn a mark. I lean against my desk when I work. I'm working on that stomach. But that's why I wear the apron. So I don't get grease and oils on my shirt. I don't like cut it if I'm working with aluminum extrusions. I don't like take a chunk out of my shirt because I have damaged clothes working in here. So I wear the apron just to keep myself clean. That's why I wear it. Is Trident better than 2.4? They have the exact same gantry. Do you want the bed to move? Do you want the gantry to move? Personal preference. Should get a laser engraver. I want to get a fiber laser, but they're not cheap. Did I see the mini mill at Murph? Which one? I've seen a few of them. Cutting down the VOD and make shorter versions of each topic. Skyly, I've thought of that. I don't know. I would have to sit down and like edit a 3-hour VOD, so I'd have to watch the whole VOD again and pull out chunks that I think are relevant. Maybe if I ever get to the point where I can have an editor do it, maybe, but I'm not at that point as a channel. Because my whole stream, I bounce around topics. Like, yeah, the build streams are a little bit more focused, but like this, like today's stream. But like the Print and Chill Fridays, where it's just who knows. Yeah. The minimal CNC. I haven't watched that video, but I did see that one there. How do I become a member of the channel? At the under where it says say something, I think there's a button there, or it's under the video itself. Favorite color? It's a mix between red and blue. Like I like the color red, and I'll probably use red as the main color for the Mandalorian armor I'm making. But like I use blue a lot in the merchandise and like the logo and whatnot. So it's a mix of the both. I'm actually surprised the Prusa Mini fits in here, by the way. So there's our enclosure. So when we go to print ABS on here, we'll just put it in the V2. Actually, probably put it in Tallboy just because there's a bit more room in Tallboy. So to enclose your Prusa Mini, first buy a Voron and build a Voron. What is your favorite filament color? Ooh, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. It depends on what the use case is. Because you can have a really good color, but if you use it in the wrong application, it could be bad. So like, I really like the color scheme on this V2. I really like Sparta 3D Galaxy Purple. Prusa Mint Spark or Prusa Mint Galaxy Black is really nice too. ASA. It really depends on the use case. Matte black. Matte black goes with everything. You can never go wrong with matte black. If you just need to buy a case of it, something, and you're gonna use it for whatever, matte black ABS. Go for it. Voron versus bamboo. Custom built car versus off the shelf car. This is something for people who want to tinker and build 3D printers and also print. This is for people who just want print and don't want to tinker. They're completely different machines for completely different audiences. This is a kit car. This is a car you buy off the lot. And that is an Allen key that I don't know where it went. There it is. They're not competitors. They are not meant to be competitors. If everyone stopped buying Vorons tomorrow and everyone switched over to buying bamboos, it wouldn't affect us in the least bit. Because Voron is a horrible company. We don't sell anything anyways. So. Kit sellers probably wouldn't be too happy, but... Would you be able to have a guest or any of your audio on your streams? Would make it back and forth tonight easy. I've had guests on the stream before. I've had Daniel Modbot has been on the stream. I've had Steve on the stream. Max Russian Cat Food from creator of Voron Design has been on the stream. At some point, I'm gonna. So for those that don't know, and yes, we're gonna do the draw right now. So let me get the wheel names. We'll do wheel of names. We'll do the draw, and then I'll finish with the outro with what's coming up. So we got 807 entries. And you had extra time, so if you haven't entered, you can try Tuesday. Second response is closed. Ooh, oh, nope. Oh, okay, there we go, close. So create sheet. So yeah, we'll do the giveaway, and then we'll talk about plans for the future. Although, if I was a smart YouTuber, I wouldn't do that now. I would wait until after, because I have a captive audience, because y'all want to see who wins. Dr. Dave's Workshop, thank you for becoming a member. First Last, thank you for becoming a member. And Steven, 50, cheers. Been watching your streams for a while now and always look forward to the new ones. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay. So let's see here. How many entrants? We got 800 something entrants. Let me copy everyone's name. Phil Lawson, you were the first one to enter. Takes a while to copy all these names. There we go. Copy. Derek, 20. Cheers. Thank you. Appreciate it. UC3D. I can't see because of the stars. Printer projects. There you go. Check that out, I guess. I missed the stream, so what's the conclusion? We're gonna do the software stuff next stream, so this will be good because I didn't want to, like, part of me didn't want to rush it because we got it all built, and we probably could have got it pushing some plastic, but this will be good. So next stream, which I don't know if we'll do Tuesday or Saturday, I'll figure it out. We'll be getting the software set up and then doing a print, and we'll have time to do a print on stream, so that'll be good. But we got it built, we got it all assembled and, you know, wire managed and everything, and you know what, I like the build of it. It was a fun build. Yeah, so yeah, it was a fun build. I liked it. Was the stream pretty much just hardware and wire management. Okay, so a 3D Chameleon could do 4 different filaments. So give me a number between 1 and 4. 1 and 4. Dancing baby for good luck. Felix gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers, thank you. 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Let's spin the wheel. Woo! A lot of people put 3. So if you win the spool of filament, you will get an email from me once the stream ends, with a little form you fill out, and then you will get your filament in a couple days to a couple weeks, depending on where you live in the world. Congratulations, Gerb Flow. Gerb Flow, congratulations. Let me get your information. Go. Write that down. Don't copy everyone. I don't need everyone's information, just one. Curve flow. There we go. There we go. Yay, congratulations. Goodbye, dancing baby. We don't need you anymore. That was a fun stream. That was a fun stream. Okay, so plans for the future. Plans for the future. So, this week coming up, there will be the members only live stream. For those that don't know, every month, usually the third week of the month or the second last week of the month, depending on if I remember, we do the members only live stream. So what it is just a hangout stream. Members of the channel, we literally don't do anything productive because I don't like gatekeeping any content. So for all I know, we might be counting screws. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But every month we do a members only live stream. So if you're a member of the channel or Patreon supporter, keep an eye out for that. I'll post it in the Discord too. I'll at everyone in the Discord. So if you haven't also joined the Discord, join the Discord. Link in the description. If you are a YouTube member or Patreon supporter, make sure you link your Discord account with YouTube or Patreon, and you get access to the super secret channel that is super secret that nobody else knows about because it's super secret. Because you want to be a member of the Discord, because now going forward we're doing monthly giveaway challenges. So this month's challenge was show me your printer room. So if you go on the Discord, you'll see a channel there. So show off your printer setup. Just post 1 to 3 pictures of your printer setup, the short description of it. Don't have conversations. Y'all are having conversations in that channel, and I know it because nobody could follow the rules for anything. You tell people don't type in this channel and people will type in the channel. So means I gotta clean it up before we go live because I can't have naughty stuff. You gotta make sure. YouTube. We're gonna go through that. We're gonna find 5 or 6-ish setups I really like and 5 or 6 that I think are atrocious. And then you guys are gonna vote on which one you think is the best and which one you think that's worth. And then the winner will get some merch and hopefully some other stuff. I gotta talk to Polymaker still. I'm really cutting the wire there. But every month we will do a challenge of some sort or a community thing. And as part of that, I do want to have, so maybe on the member stream, I'll have the Discord chat open and we can actually chat, maybe. We'll see. Tasting various brands of grub screw. Ooh. For the giveaway channel, set a slow mode, an hour or 2, that would help. Oh yeah, I can put a slow mode on that channel too. I'll do that right now actually, or after stream if I remember. But yeah, so that is coming up. The first week of August, I am not here. I'm on vacation, so we're gonna miss like 4 streams. We're gonna miss a Saturday, or we're gonna miss a Friday, Saturday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. So I'm trying to put up a few videos. I'm trying to make a few videos to put out during that time. I might be able to stream, but I'll be in another province. So I might do a random stream sitting on a boat somewhere. I don't know. I don't even think I'll have a boat. So there will be like a week without stream. So my YouTube metrics are gonna tank that week. So I'm gonna try and do videos instead. Gary upgraded your memberships. Cheers. And Rogers, thank you for coming to member. You authorized. It's a family vacation. I haven't been on a vacation in 2 years. Going on vacation. I'll be vacationing August 1st, so we need to schedule around that. Starting 30th, so August 1st. Oh, starting this Thursday? Okay, so so early this week, Bill, me and you will get together. We'll do all the software stuff to make sure this works. And then that way next Saturday when we do the stream for it, it'll just be working. So I might bring a printer and I'll stream from wherever the heck I am in whatever province I'll be at. Okay. So we're gonna end the stream there. I'm tired. I'm thirsty. I should have got the bigger LTT water bottle. Defrost my bread, so we might make French toast for breakfast tomorrow. Why do I have a razor blade? Oh, it's for cutting the filament. That's nice. It comes with a razor blade for cutting the filament. I don't know what these are for. Yeah, we'll figure it out. First last, $10. Cheers. So we're gonna end the stream there. For everyone who donated to the stream, became members of the channel, or gifted memberships, I thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create, without your continued support. You make this all possible. It's all because of you. I want to give a shout out to Polymaker. for giving the spool of filament that we give away. We give away a spool of filament every stream thanks to Polymaker, so make sure you follow all the streams, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, join the Discord, follow me on Twitter at 3dnero. I send a carrier pigeon out every now and then just in case the lines are down. I don't know, there's ways to communicate. Make sure you're following me. Mounts for other systems. Oh, okay. So yeah, we'll continue on with this next Saturday. Tuesday we'll figure something out. Friday, print and chill Friday. We're gonna build that box thing at some point. Shout out to E3D for the Revo. Actually, I think this Revo DFH sent to me for some reason. And then 3D Chameleon. Thank you, Bill. You know, I bought it. This isn't a sponsored stream. Like, Chameleon's not sponsored. I paid for it with my own monies, but it's really cool. So if you want to get either a Revo or a Chameleon, links in the description. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Saturday night. Safe out there. Wash your hands. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Cheers.